everyone, you probably guessed, Halloween is coming and we absolutely had to make our kids' lunchboxes following that theme. Now we've made two lunchboxes. The first is the one you see right here, and as you can see we have this sort of Count Dracula theme going on there. And the second box is the one we see right here, which is quite clearly a bat. Now let's go right ahead and dig deep inside these lunchboxes to see what we have inside them. So let me just open this one. Boom. Now let's see, we have this bagel here. Look at that. Look at that bagel with blood pouring out of its mouth. Now what we made here is a ham and cheese bagel. And the teeth that we see here, well, those are plastic teeth that our daughters can then mess around with at school. Indeed, they can put those in their mouth and, pretend they're Dracula themselves. But man, look at that blood. That's so cool. Now that is completely edible, of course, so do not worry. Look at the next compartment we have right here. We have this sort of stuffed waffle thing going on here. And as you can probably tell, it's in the shape of a bat. Let me also point out this sort of red carpeting inside this bento box. Really cool. It really sticks with the theme. Now moving on to the next compartment, this is one of my favorite parts. We have this jar here, so I'll just lift that up. And you can see it's being protected by this hand here, which definitely reminds us of the Addams family. Next to that, we have this spoon. And I'll try and zoom in on this, or at least bring it close up. It's sort of a gothic style spoon, which is kind of cool. And going back to the jar we have here, that's red blood. Pretty awesome. Now if I actually go ahead and open that, let's see here, I'll just have to pop this open. There we go. What do we have inside here? Look at that. Now what this actually is cherry compote, or you can think of that as sort of being crushed cherries. But just look at how similar to blood and guts that looks. That's really, really, really cool. Absolutely love it. And the good news is it tastes absolutely awesome. So I'm really looking forward to hear the girls tell us about that. Now if I just close that. There we go. And I'll just put that back in there. Let's see what else we have in this. Now, if I lift up this compartment with the cool bagel that we have here, you probably recognized it. We've got Dracula's coffin right there, and it's surrounded by bats. Now, if I lift out this Dracula's coffin, let's see. There we go. And if I open this up, let's see, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? There we go. What we have here are a few crisps or chips, each of which is in the shape of a bat. Really, really, really cool. And again, you may notice that at the bottom of that coffin, we still have that red velvet carpeting there, which is just so cool. It really reminds us of the whole Dracula theme going on. Now, let me just close Dracula's coffin. I wouldn't want to wake all those bats. There we go. And if I put that back, the next thing we see here, well, let's see. We have blood samples. Let me just bring that over here. Now, the first one we have, you can see it's sort of like in a test tube here. This blood sample is of the group O+. And if you look at that, look how dark that is. That really is a dark red bloodish color. And in the whole spirit of Halloween, you can't do Halloween without trick-or-treating. And if you wish, this is kind of our trick. This is beetroot juice. And we're gonna give this a shot, and hopefully, our daughters are gonna love it. The next blood sample we have, let's see. If I pick that up, you can see it's a little bit lighter. And in fact, we called it blood light. And what this is a sort of tomato gazpacho thing going on here. And it's really quite fresh, homemade. So on the off chance that the girls didn't like their beetroot juice, at least they should like their blood light. All right. Of course, we have this little cool cup for them to drink that from. Pretty awesome. But now, you may be thinking this Halloween/Dracula lunchbox wouldn't be complete without something proper to drink. But don't worry, we have our kids covered. Here's the idea. If I just bring the camera over here, there we go. And let me bring that back. We have an entire pouch of blood. And so the girls can unscrew the top right here and just drink through that. Now, what this actually is an innocent fruit juice with blueberry, cranberry, and apples, and some other stuff in there as well. Now, what we like about these is there isn't too much added sugar, and let's face it, that just looks like blood. It just looks absolutely awesome. And I just realized I completely forgot there's one more compartment underneath those stuffed waffles in our bento lunchbox. So let me just lift that compartment up. Let's see what we have here. Now, what we have there is this little container full of pomegranate. And on top of that, we've added those candy teeth there that I'm sure you love. So the girls will definitely be munching on that. Now, if I just put that top compartment back on, to go with our lunchboxes, we always like to add a little card for our daughters. So if I just close that, I'll show you. There we go. Man, that is such a cool Dracula head. I love it. Now, the card that we throw in there looks something like this. Notice the black envelope there, really reminding us of the whole dark Halloween theme. Now, if I open it up, pretty cool cover, I like it. Now, if I open that card up, let's see what it says. Enjoy your meal, or as Dracula would say, blah, 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 blah. And a quick question. Why did the vampire need mouthwash? Ready for the answer? Because he had bat breath. There we go, everyone. That's it for our Halloween-themed lunchboxes. You hear that, everyone? Someone's being a bit bossy from the room. And I say Halloween theme, of course, that could also be Dracula theme. I mean, just look at that. One last peek at the other lunchbox, that bat lunchbox right there. So cool. And let's go ahead for one last fly through all this decor. Anyway, stay tuned for our next video in which we'll show our next cool theme for our lunchbox. Until then,